Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. I am your Dungeon Master this evening, John Heath Clark. Let's meet the rest of our fabulous cast.
Hello, everyone. I am Devin Bryant, and I will be playing Walker in Summer, a Tabaxi rogue soul knife, who is also the older brother. He has a twin named Night Shield, and we just found out that Mom has been keeping this a secret. The whole reason Walker and Summer was kidnapped in the first place is because it was supposed to be Night Shield. I can't believe. But now, there's no time for making up, really, because we have got some things to deal with.
Hello, my name is Zeke Stewart, and I am playing Euclid Clausen, a Aasimar warlock whose patron is my former character, Skimmerhorn van Mikael, who's a god of delirium. It's a wild magic warlock. You can find that on the DM's Guild. Vic, by the way, can you somehow move your keyboard if you're going to be typing? Because it's like right all the way in. Just letting you know.
I didn't even type.
You didn't?
No.
That might have been me.
Really?
Maybe.
Wild. Okay. Weird. Okay.
My keyboard is right next to my mouse,
It's
or right
possible.
next to my microphone, so.
It is possible. Anyway, I have worms in my face. They normally would have grown, but I feel like I don't want to draw as many worms in my face anymore. So, yeah. It's a story. It's imagination. Play pretend. Okay? Thanks.
What's that?
Hi, hello. I'm Carter Scott Horton. I play Finnegan Berry Bramble. He's a stout halfling, draconic origin sorcerer. Comes from a bit of a complicated family, bunch of chauvinists, and all the good ones are dead. And now he's trying to be an uncle to replace Devrin's character Walker as uncle for Spear of the Dawn. Spear needs more uncles, is what I've decided. I mean, Finnegan has decided. That's him.
Wild.
That's what he's up to.
I'm Vic Priano, and I play Penny Jespier, and I'm pretty sure that it's a mixture between you deciding it and also Finnegan deciding it.
Mm.
Because, I know about the image blocks. I know.
All right. So, that's everybody, yes?
That
Do we
is-
meet Zeke? Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes. Sorry. So everybody, we return to Maji Makali, the great city of light in the center of the bright continent. Last time we dealt with lots of family drama as we learned about Walker's past. We met Shadow on the Plain, who was a mummified warlock of the Worm That Waits that had tons of secrets and information for Euclid to discover,
Oh, hush.
but was instead immolated. And now the last thing that happened was a great meteorite was seen streaking towards the ground. Not far away, there was a huge explosion. Maybe like 2 miles away is where this landed. And it was decided that the group of the 4 of you would join Night Shield and go figure out what was going on inside this meteor. Right? So, you are walking on the Great Plains of Makali past baobab trees. You see all manner of animals running in the opposite direction that you are going.
A bad sign.
Right? Gazelles, lions, and they're like running alongside each other and don't care. Right? There's like cheetahs and gazelles running, and they're not being the gazelles are not paying attention to the predators, and the predators are not paying attention to the prey. They are just running away from where you are heading. Discuss.
Okay.
What you're going
So-
to do when you get there, that kind of stuff. Go on. So,
Well, as I'm hopping with my brother, I guess right next to me, Night Shield, you should return back to the palace and get reinforcements for whatever we are dealing with. I don't like the way that these animals are running.
he nods and says, and I can move more swiftly than the rest of us. And he clenches his fist. Dawn magic of Almantar, the god of Makali, filters through him, and he summons forth a spectral lion made out of pure sunlight, which he leaps in the back of and says, I shall return with reinforcements post haste.
I didn't get. When did you? I don't. What? Go.
You left our people and did not follow our ways. I am a paladin of the sun, and this is one of my abilities.
I was wondering if you could do that before. All right, go.
And he runs away on the back of the lion, looking for reinforcements. He's moving quite a deal faster than the real lions.
Be careful, little brother.
He does not rise to your bait.
Hmm.
Great. So, do you want to plan what you're going to do when you arrive? Do you want to discuss what you think might be there? Do you want to sneak up? This is preamble time.
Okay, so our mission right now is recon. We need as much information on what's happening as possible.
Well, how far away are we from the drop site right now?
Maybe half a mile.
Okay,
By the time you saw the animals running, you were like half a mile.
Okay. Can we hear, smell, see, taste, or feel anything pertaining to the same
five
test?
senses were the ways we perceive the natural world. If
Fair.
only there were a mechanic in this game that
Hey,
measured your
there
ability
is.
to perceive.
There is also a mechanic to passively get some information.
No. I'm trying to be funny and apparently
I
failing.
rolled higher than a 10 anyway, so it beats my passive. Oh, I'm proficient. I'm not very wise, but I'm proficient. That's a 17.
17.
Yeah.
Like a mirage, there are distortions in the air, in the area near where the meteorite fell. And now that you're about half a mile away, you can begin to see it. There, in that way that it looks like air warped and by strange light, that like when you see a mirage, there's greens, purples, and malevolent whites that are tinging like the aurora borealis in those colors. Right now it's pretty faint, but as you get closer, that might become more apparent. The other thing is a strange pressure on your foreheads as you approach. You can feel something. You can't quite explain it, but you're in the presence of something alien and awful. Even half a mile away.
Well,
It is probably this feeling that is causing the animals to run.
Yeah, where is that place where it landed?
So, make a make
I need those.
a
You're muted.
history check. Only Walker can make this check because nobody else would possibly know.
I'm going to use my. It's so in character for Walker not to know or not to pay attention to anything, but I'm going to use my once per day reroll because that was a 1.
Or did you end up with something better?
I did not doing that. That is a what check am I making?
You are making a history check.
History. Okay. So That's a 12.
12?
Uh-huh.
Sure. So, you've never been there, but you have heard that there is a place in this kingdom that the animals travel to die.
Knew it was gonna be the boneyards. Knew it.
A situation a bit like the elephant graveyard of Lion King fame, except
Mhm.
not limited to a single animal. Sentients are not welcome. It is said that there are spirit guardians and other wards against humans and tabaxi and such who would infiltrate this place.
All I know about this place is that we were not supposed to play over there as children. They have some sort of way of keeping out things that they don't want there. So I wonder if that has affected any of the creatures that live there.
So what you're saying is there's like a place and they're like nothing goes there and they didn't expect that place to be overrun at any point?
No.
They like sequestered a bad place, so bad stuff could happen at that place, and then they're like, okay, bye.
Yeah. You just take everything and you move it to the side. That is the Majid way.
Ooh. So that's kind of like the place where all the poop is.
Yes.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Is a pretty good way of running things. I think just a bad spot and don't go to it. It's like it doesn't exist. Yeah, I
And
like
now we are running straight to it. Mom would be so upset with me.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
But I guess Mom is not here.
Until, all that bad stuff wakes up and moves back towards us. Or you. Mostly us at this point. We're in the way.
Yeah, we are.
Well,
Do we want to get eyes on this thing before we run in? I kind of like really flexed pretty hard back there with the whole worm face guy.
Oh, with the
I'm a
whole
little
not
tucker.
letting me talk to the person who knew.
I asked.
we all decided.
I did.
think
I
so.
asked. I said, "Is it okay if I?" And there was fire.
There was
I feel like
fire.
that's a pretty good. I try. I'm making attempts at communicating. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, he smelled delicious. It was okay. I just. What? Did he not smell delicious to you?
I'm gonna run in silence from now on.
All right. So you are approaching. Did somebody want to investigate early? Was there another plan?
I
Sure.
think we are.
Is there a high spot I can run up to? Rather
High
than,
spot?
Yeah. Further away.
Sure.
Not going
Actually,
directly
as you
towards
approach, you
Mhm.
see that it is a valley. It is not a deep, horrible gorge. It's just that it's actually sort of gentle. As you approach, you get the feel of there. You feel like this was once a place of peace, right? And you see totem statues set up that look like tabaxi, and on them is written in ancient tabaxi, "This is the lair of the beasts. Show respect. Do not enter." Is what it says in ancient tabaxi, which will assume
That
you-
sign can't stop me. I don't read.
I like how you've changed it from don't read. Just saying.
I don't read
So-
Tabaxi.
Not many people do.
I can't read that. Can you read that, Penny?
You see
Oh.
a old and decrepit cheetah. Its fur going over to white, clearly with arthritis limbs, and it is pulling its way out of this graveyard. It clearly came here for its natural reasons, but whatever's been driving other animals away from this area, it is using its last strength. Its back legs don't seem to work. It's using its front claws to drag itself away from the graveyard. It looks at you piteously as it does so. It meows softly.
Oh, come on.
Someone put this out of his misery.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fireball.
maybe.
Don't use your
Fireball or
fireball,
bolt?
Jesus.
Firebolt.
There could be something else going on there. Like, you could probably be like, hey, why are you like this? Or is it like, do you want to die? Or like a whole conversation could be had instead.
It's
I
a
can't
cheetah.
speak to animals. Can a conversation be had?
I feel like you could give it a shot.
No,
Then
I'm
go
not
ahead.
gonna just. Okay, I bend down, I get in the face, and I go, meow.
It says. It does not seem. It gives you that look that house cats give you when you meow at them. That is this like, what are you even saying? Are you
Mhm.
making fun of me?
He is.
Look, even if in even its pain and ancient invalidism.
Great, now you made me insult him before I kill him. I can't do it anymore. Someone else has to.
Fine. I pull
And
out
I
my knife.
bow to it.
Why?
Well, it looks it's gonna die anyway.
It's gonna die, but like, you don't know. There might be something else going on with it.
Again, can't is that you?
This is
Okay.
too long for a discussion. There's literally a friggin' ancient evil,
Mhm.
probably,
No.
turn its way through that area. I'm either going to kill it or walking. Is that what happened?
Penny, talk to the cheetah. Ask it if it wants to die.
It seems like okay.
How?
Can I maybe try to talk to
You
this
have speak with animals.
No. just let Penny try.
Penny, make a animal handling check.
It doesn't mean it's gonna go well. I got a 23.
A 23. You can't communicate in words, not even ideas.
No.
What you're able to figure out is that this animal came here as it knew to do from its natural instincts, while it was weak and infirm and on the verge of death. And whatever was happening was so terrible that it did not want to die here.
Okay.
It is trying to get away from dying here. And as you look, you see that its last energy is giving out. It's in its last moments. You can either put it out of its misery, make its last moments comfortable, or try to get it away from here. We won't make that a vote. I'll just leave that.
What's that crazy spell I have that will totally allow me to do this but burn a spell slot out? I remember. I wonder what it's called. I think that both Euclid and I have it.
What spell?
What?
You got more slots than
I need to find. I want to see if it's still even on my spell sheet.
What did you spell?
is it like whichever one gives you bull's endurance?
No.
No.
1 second. I'm so sorry. I am causing traffic here.
You know what? I'm just grabbing it and I'm dragging it away from the
dragging
jungle,
it away?
from that area.
Cool.
And everyone else go ahead. I'll catch up. Go.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Like you
So
could.
what are you doing?
I'm dragging it away into the
Great.
forest.
It is still a large cat, but it's limp. Can you make a athletics check with advantage to lift
Athletics.
it?
Ooh, sure. With advantage?
Showing
Cool.
up.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Trying digital dice today because I just don't want to have
Oh, that's
a
what
pile of
happened.
useless dice in front of me. 17.
Great. You feel the animal sag with relief as you begin to carry it away. It is dangling its claws out. The cheetah looks at you, Euclid,
Mm-hmm.
and licks your face, even though it takes it a great deal of strength to do so.
Must hurt.
And there's you get a little bit farther away, and it looks at you with incredible peace in its eyes and passes away in your arms.
Alright. I don't have any way to dig a grave quickly, but
Well, it's
I'll cover
it's
it.
an animal. It doesn't need a grave.
Doesn't need a grave.
Right?
Well, we've seen what this thing does, so I wanted to like prevent its body from coming back to life. But hopefully we deal with it
Sure.
before it gets out here.
Make a Arcana check.
Arcana, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, not good. 5.
So you don't know.
No idea.
Perhaps the answer will come later.
Yes. Alright, I'll
There's
just leave him here for now.
definitely the
Okay.
grind. There's a strange grinding sound and a clicking, clacking sound coming from deeper within the animal graveyard.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Lightly. Hopefully.
So, the first thing you note are, as you get closer, is that there are buzzards flying above. Another perception check from everybody, or a nature check, if that's better for you, as you begin to go into the animal graveyard.
For the first time, a +2. I got a 13.
Nature or what?
Perception.
Oh, dope. 22 for perception,
22.
Mhm.
Great.
if that matters.
The buzzards are rotting, their feathers molting, their bodies covered in disease and pus. You would guess as you look at them that they fed on something unnatural here in the recent past, and it quickly mutated them. You see a pack of hyenas with the same and the same thing occurs to you. You see that their flesh is already rotting away. Their eyes are filled with a strange white light that brims with hunger. They don't bother you. These things are all still scavengers, but the essence of this place, they fed on whatever was here and whatever was happening, and it in hours mutated them into half undead horrors.
Oh no.
Oh, goodness gracious. We don't really have a plan for this.
I mean, we have a penny for this,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, then let's keep going.
Let's start chugging away at these.
Are you guys running in
undead
a
animals?
group? Are you sending in Walker as reconnaissance? Are you scrying in some way? Like, what is your approach here?
Maybe I should go as reconnaissance.
Yeah,
I think that
you
is a good
sneak
idea.
We'll hold the ground here.
Yes, I will sneak in, see what I see.
Great.
Okay.
Stealth check first.
That is 31.
31. Well, I thought this thing had a high passive perception at 22, but here we are. So you crawl into the graveyard. The first thing that you notice is that there are corrupted guardians, bone nagas that once guarded this place, which are large snakes with magical energy. There were 3 of them that guarded this place, and you see that they are utterly corrupted. They're sometimes wholly undead, but in this case, it seems these were once, undead guardians of Almentar, here to protect this from poachers and such and stuff like that, right? And now you can just see the white, purple, and green light oozing through them, right? You see a giant undead elephant, huge, rotting, fat falling off of it. It's rolling skin, or its folded skin with slices in it. Its trunk decayed and dangling. You see several lions and other large cats, some of them impossible to identify, that also are in the same rotted state. And then in the center of all of this, as you move a little further in, you see it. A meteorite of alabaster stone with green, purple, and white energy scintillating off of it. And where that energy touches, the ground, if it were not already gray, would turn grayer. And where it touches bodies, they begin to reanimate. And next to this is a being composed of bone. It has 3 heads. One of them is a very alien humanoid primate head that you don't recognize, but the other 2 you see have been pulled from the nearby detritus of the creatures. Altogether, it has formed a human-like body, but built from dozens of different creatures' bones. That's about 8 feet tall, and fused together from several spinal cords, a horrifying staff that radiates this energy that it's clearly using to direct, to bring these creatures back to life. Make an Arcana check, Walker.
Can't really.
The nat 20.
A nat 20?
Uh-huh.
In one of the books you were reading about the undead, or perhaps in a story that you heard from Snorfeezeldax, I don't know where you might have heard of this, but you've heard of legends of the Skull Lords. Immensely powerful undead that are directly connected to negative energy, very capable of the reanimation of others. They're intelligent and malevolent. They, like Atropos, desire only for death to spread and for undeath to take its place. This is likely a powerful servant of Atropos. And
Alright.
it's very clear as you look that the alien humanoid-like skull was within the asteroid. There's a crack in the side of the asteroid, and with that natural 20, you see that basically the story of what happened here is that skull came out, floated on its own, and built itself a body from the bones of the dead.
Mm-hmm. Do I know that if I somehow kill this thing, it'll stop whatever's happening here, or is that energy coming directly
Nat
from the
20
meteor,
Arcana
right?
check?
Where's? Yeah,
You had a nat 20?
I did.
The opposite is true. As long as the asteroid is extant, this thing cannot die.
I had a feeling. Woo! All right. How do you blow up a rock?
I was gonna
Or
say
that's not going to work either.
can't really turn undead if dead can't die. Undead, while being undead.
Indeed, all undead within the radius of the Skull Lord have advantage on all saving throws, including, of course, the saving throws against turning undead.
That would make sense. Oh,
I feel like you can fireball a meteorite.
you'd think that.
Then it's
It's
just
gonna fail.
It's just
Yeah.
a rock broken into smaller rocks that are now scattered across. Which
No, but if you like melt
Doesn't-
it,
Rock that we're on.
The
Doesn't
rock,
necess-
the stone seems to be, except for it didn't shatter, it opened,
Mhm.
right? And other than that, it seems whole.
all right.
How do you purify this crystal? Like, what do you do? What? Oh no.
I don't think
Okay.
a tumbler comes in that size.
Right. So, and I come back and I relay all of this information, obviously. And okay, so what's the plan, eh?
Right. It sounds like we gotta blow up that rock, right?
It doesn't make it. There's no reason for us to think that just because it's a smaller piece of rock, it won't exude that energy, though.
Well, so what do you think would work if fire wouldn't?
Can you banish a rock?
Like light? Yeah,
We can maybe.
if it's
banish
not
it.
from this plane, it's got no charisma, right? Did it look charming?
Didn't look very smart, but
Well, smart or not, it's all about sheer dumb luck.
well,
it
I
has to
mean,
I mean,
it didn't charm me. I didn't like it.
I feel like it has to be a creature or something. Or you to banish it.
Ugh.
Like it has to have a
But-
home.
It
if it's
could be a creature.
intrinsically
But its home is not
connected
here.
to a creature. If it is like the shell to a hermit crab, does that count as creature?
Wouldn't that be the creature's home? Doesn't that mean if we banish that creature, it'll just go back to that rock? Then.
But where's the home's home? You know, where's the rock from? We send the rock
It's a-
back because it's part of the creature.
It's a rock though. Like it doesn't have.
Banishment can only target creatures.
Wait a second.
Just because the
I
rock
know you
has
were,
a
but
smiley
I needed
face
to
on
say-
it doesn't
I
mean
needed
it's
to-
a living thing. I remember when I got really bored when we were building like the like mausoleums and stuff, I would sometimes draw little smiles on the rocks and talk to them, but I still don't think they counted as creatures.
Oh, John, quick question.
What if
What? How many pounds would you say this rock is?
it's
It's about 4 feet wide,
Mm-hmm.
3 feet wide,
3 feet wide.
3 feet sphere.
Oh. So
What?
less than
Oh.
1,000 pounds, yeah?
I would say less than 1,000 pounds. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Would I be able to? I would know if I were able to carry it. Maybe.
You can't carry
Difficultly.
1,000 pounds.
Very difficultly.
Very difficult.
Like you might be able to drag it.
Okay.
Hey, I could probably pick it up with my mind. Right?
What?
Well, here's the thing: if we can't send it somewhere, if we can't banishment, how about we just send it somewhere else, like on a different plane? Would
Why
that
don't-
cut its connection to whatever's
Or we
happening?
could just destroy it.
We can try.
Like
You know, like what about like a really loud sound? Just like or lightning,
or like
acid,
or
acid.
just bright
Acid.
Acid might be good.
like celestial kind of stuff.
Yeah, that I mean you could try.
I
For sure.
could try.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the problem really here is how do we get close enough to try? That thing was surrounded by so much undead propaganda.
Look, there's reinforcements coming. Part of reinforcements and joining the army and fighting people is sometimes get in the way but other people run past you.
I thought
No,
you
not
were
saying
just in a
sacrifice. I'm saying we getting there fast enough that we could stop him, you know?
But here's the thing:
So here's-
every sacrifice.
Here's a great, actually. Let's build it. Binary choice.
I've
And it
got
is
a-
an actual
oh.
binary choice.
Trinary, quadrary.
Short rest and wait for reinforcements,
Mm-hmm.
but every second, literally every second, this creature is animating another body.
Hmm.
Right? Or go in there immediately and try to stop it right now. Or at
It's
least
like-
slow it down or figure this out.
I mean, I've got. I might not be able to pull it off, but there's a chance I could get one of those old guardians to like come to its senses.
How?
Magic. I could work my charms on that monster.
You begin looking at one of the Bone Naga guardians. Make an Arcana check.
Cool. 3 minus 1, 2.
The only thing you can figure out is that it's not arcane magic.
All right. Cool.
Maybe you're onto something, though. Maybe there is something in this land that can protect this land. This land is supposed to be protected by its protectors.
Yeah.
I'm part of it. Maybe I can reach into the mind of one of these protectors and have it help us.
Maybe. We could try.
Try that, yes?
Yeah. Mine. Now I'm.
Here's the thing, though. If I try and fail, it knows where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about mine. And I don't,
Well, so remember that these Bone Nagas were created by ancient Tabaxi devotees of Almantar, the god of the sun. Arcana might not work, but religion might.
So, do you want me to pray to these things? I could pray to these things.
I could.
No. Penny?
I don't
Oh.
got a lot of faith, but I can pray.
Can't you like just touch the ground or whatever and change it black or you know?
I mean, that worked on metal. I don't know.
Couldn't I mean you're like the
I am like I don't know.
yeah you're like the leader, like the cosmically planned kitty cat to rule the world, right?
I mean, go on, but yes.
So why couldn't you just like walk up to these bone noggers and be like, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So
I bet you could.
I mean, I've never touched a piece of rock and turned it black before.
So I'm going to try to purify these bone nagas. I can totally sneak past. Yes, let's try it.
You remain very stealthy. You go up to one of the Bone Naga Guardians. You see that it's they're basically huge cobra snakes, devoid of scales and skin, flanged, right? I don't even know what that's called, but you know what I'm talking about. These the what cowl? Is there a word for what cobras have?
There is. It's just a hood, I guess. Cobra hood.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Here, I've got the monster manual open to them right now. This,
Yeah.
right? And you go and you see
Wood.
that every inch of its bones is covered in ancient runes and sigils to Almantar. Make a religion check.
That is a 13.
A 13. The creature is corrupted beyond your ability to fix while the asteroid is in place.
So maybe
Somebody else who's good at manipulating religion, somebody like Penny or your brother, might have more success.
You want to try, Penny?
Yes.
Religion check. Advantage because of Walker's insight. Not the skill, the word.
16.
16. All right. It would alert the greater undead creature, but you could break one of them free from its control, and it would aid you in this battle.
Hmm. Right. It looks like we have no time to waste. We need to rush in as soon as possible as well.
Guess.
Yes. Oh, if only I could blink.
It's better than fighting an entire army. Yeah?
Leroy Jenkins has been voted for, so
Yes.
you will
Yeah.
also.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Just rush in before I even talk to anyone.
Well, no, we'll handle the Bone Naga first.
Yeah. Do you want to switch it?
Sorry?
Do you want to switch sides with the thing?
How?
I don't know. Didn't you say you could break it? It's like control or whatever.
Oh, I thought that maybe I could, like, do the light thing, but everyone said that was kind of dumb. I tried praying and that didn't really work.
We'll try something
Well, no,
else.
no,
then.
you figured you learned you know how to do it. You just need to get close to it, and it will alert the Skull Lord when you try.
Oh, well, like, I don't know. I guess that if I go over there, I can maybe get one of them.
Oh, then.
I'm just scared.
We are all scared.
Okay,
Why don't we
fine.
get past it and hide somewhere inside the thing before that happens, right? You change it, run, distracts the weird bone dude. And we get
And
in there and
then-
try to fuck up the meteor?
And,
Yeah.
How's the lighting in here?
and-
Dim. It is daytime, but you're inside a canyon, a valley, right?
So
So
there's
there's
plenty of
some
emitted-
sunlight, but it's pretty dim.
But there's plenty of emitted cast shadows from certain parts. Okay, cool. Then
Lots
Penny
of
does have.
long shadows from giant dead animal bones.
Sweet, Penny has coverage then. Penny's gonna go in and try.
Great. So, you go forward, and you begin to intone. It's going to make a saving throw against your turn undead. What is your saving throw?
My saving throw for my my saving throw for wisdom is 18.
No. Your DC. Yeah.
Oh, for Turn Undead?
Yeah.
16.
16. All right. Despite advantage, the creature ends up rolling a total of 9. It
Oh.
breaks and it looks at you, and you have this very strange undead reptilian but still recognizable look of shame on its face.
Oh.
As you do, the Skull Lord's 3 heads move in unison and flick and look right at you, and it screeches in an alien tongue that hurts your ears and presses on your forehead just to hear it speak in this, where you literally feel your brain cells dying in the presence of this language. It shrieks and points, and the various undead animals begin to move towards Penny and her bone naga. Penny, do you have a monster manual handy?
No, but I can pull stuff up.
Great. You have a bone naga.
Okay,
It goes after you in initiative.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I can pull
Everybody
that
else,
up.
roll initiative. My bad guys are going at 17.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
I got a
How many
19.
is that this session? I'm
That's
watching you.
2. Thank you.
That's 2.
Sorry, I'm rolling for us.
I also got a 1, so it's fine.
I know. I'm gonna have to start treating you like my kids. Let me see the roll.
20.
20 for Penny.
Yes.
I got a 10.
10 for Euclid, and I'm just missing a Finn.
19 plus 4, 23.
23 for Finn. Y'all are initiative machines. All right. So it becomes apparent what's under his direct control. Many of the undead are just acting chaotically, just like the hyenas and the vultures didn't attack you because they could recognize a threat. They're not under direct control, but it's very clear what is. A mammoth, a huge undead woolly mammoth, or rather mammoth greater elephant is what I really mean, using the mammoth stat block. A huge bone tiger with giant incisors, and thundering up a rhinoceros, an undead rhinoceros with a huge curved wicked horn. Finally, the Skull Lord itself, and then the strange energy wickering around the asteroid. All right, Walker, you begin.
Gross. Okay, so first things first. Let's survey the field. Who's closest? What's happening?
Right now, all of you are movement away, so 30 feet away from any given one of these enemies, though they're all separate.
Okay.
Just to keep it simple, you can reach and melee any one of these enemies.
Okay. Well then, the plan is for one of these two to break this thing, so I need to draw some ire, eh? So I am going to flick. Nope. I'm gonna bonus action hide first. And then I'm going to attack with one of my what is this thing called? My nails, you know.
Psychic claws. How are you
Psychic
feeling?
nails. This is a lot, but I am determined.
Great. I'm imagining a icy steel blue.
Ooh, yes, steel blue. So these steel blue claws.
What is it? Blue steel. Sorry, I'm not good. Sorry, continue.
Isn't that blue stealing?
Yeah, exactly. It's more like that. You're better. You're more of a model than I am.
So that is going to be a please hit. 18 to hit
At whom?
at the bone leader guy.
Lord?
Skull Lord.
Great. The black knight, or sorry, the shadowed blue steel nail. You said 17 or 18?
18.
18 is its armor class. So punctures through, and it shrieks in agony as though it has been blasted with something incredibly anathema to it. It is vulnerable to your claws, Walker. Roll. You're going to roll your damage. You're going to add your modifier, and then you're going to double it.
Let's see. That is... Oh wait, I'm level 9 now. Let's see. Let's see.
So yeah, level 9
Okay.
is 5d6.
So that is when God, that's a low. 20. 20.
20 total. Sorry, I was
Oh,
waiting.
25.
25.
Mhm.
All right, it takes 50 damage because 25 was what you rolled, right?
Yeah.
And is it 105 remaining hit points? As it punctures through, the creature shrieks and it gestures a horrible claw at you, and all the animals turn towards Walker.
Perfect. I
Sweet.
still have my movement, so I'm just going to what is it? I'm going to use my is that a bonus action actually?
What?
Disengage.
No. Because I was at range. I want to use feline agility.
Not
Is
even a
that a
bonus
bonus?
action, just doubles your movement.
Great. I just want to double my movement and run the opposite direction, for hopefully forcing them to charge at me.
Sure. Do you want to stay far enough away? Do you want to stay where they can reach you but far away? Because if they can't reach you, they'll go for a target they can get.
Yeah. Reach, but you know.
Great. All right, Finn.
All right. I'm going to cast Firebolt. First things first, I'm going to use my once per day reroll because that was a 2. That's much better. 22 to hit.
On.
Bone Bro. The Angel of Bonin.
The Bone Daddy.
The Bone Angel.
All right.
Bone Daddy takes 10 fire damage, and then I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast Magic Missile as a bonus action, which,
Sure.
because I am within 30 feet of Bone Daddy, he's also got to make a Charisma save against my DC because I use Meta Magic, hence my Shard of the Far Realm crap. I did not update this. So that
his
is it's a
charisma
17.
Save is going to be 19. Is going to be 14.
Oh, okay. So he fails. Which means he gets another 3d6 on top. So the 3d6
What kind of damage is it?
I will tell you. This is psychic.
Great.
13.
Great. So the psychic damage presses into it, and you see it attacking its psyche. The force damage is also shattering the bones, making up its body, but you can still see the scintillating white, blue, or the white, green, and purple energy holding it together. Right? How much
Yes.
damage did you? So 10 damage from the firebolt, bringing it to
10
90.
from fire.
What was
13
your? Sorry.
13 for psychic. 13 for force, actually.
So 26 more.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 69 remaining hit points.
Hey, Lamau! That's my turn.
Oh.
Great. Penny.
Daddy? Is it
Penny's
69?
gonna end up going towards the 3 creatures that are going after Walker and is going to cast Bane at 4th level.
Sure. All right, that's a charisma or wisdom save. I can never
Charisma.
remember. Great. Mammoth fails. Tiger fails. Rhinoceros passes with a 17, maybe? The
Nice.
17 pass?
17 does pass.
Okay, great. So only the rhinoceros is free from the curse of the Raven Queen.
Alrighty. So now the Bone Naga's turn's gonna go with the same targets and go with Calm Emotions.
Calm emotions. Let's look at that real quick and see how that might alter this.
It's
So
mostly
the
to get
Bone
him
Naga
off of-
magic begins to ooze from it. Ooze from its sigils begin to glow, and you can make them indifferent towards Walker.
Yep.
Great. Let's get that D4. All right. So the mammoth. What kind of save is it?
The save is it's
Super
I was
much
just
lower
looking
than I
at it
thought it was. Pudge. I should have looked at that again. Let's hope they roll really poorly.
Charisma save. They all have -2. So
Okay, so it gotta work in my
the
favor.
first one gets a 14.
It passes.
Great. So mammoth is fine. Saber-toothed tiger gets a 15.
It passes.
And the rhinoceros doesn't have the bane, but gets a 7.
Yay!
So the
This is one
rhinoceros-
less-
It's hilarious. The baned targets passed. The unbaned target failed.
That works just fine, honestly.
And the rhinoceros stops what it's doing, looks around, and you see it confused and bewildered about what it's supposed to do, and it sits on its undead haunches. All right. That brings us to the undead themselves. All right, Walker. A mammoth is charging at you and then attempting to gore you with its incredible tusks. What is your armor class?
17.
17. It's adding 10 but subtracting d4. So I rolled a natural 20. You are horribly gored. That's 18, 36, 43 damage.
All right, we're gonna
Uncanny
uncanny
dodge
dodge that.
Yeah.
We're running uncanny dodge
Down
that
to
one.
21.
Okay, great.
Then DC 18 strength save or be knocked over.
Oh God.
Just remember that
DC what? 18?
D4.
Mm-hmm. I am. It's
D4.
right here, being gorgeous and rainbow.
Okay, that is going to be mother of all things holy. All right, that was a 2.
You are knocked over, and it raises,
Actually, that's a 1 because it's
it
minus
raises its huge bone foot and crushes down at you. This one you manage to roll out of the way of. Thump. But while you're lying on the ground, the saber-toothed tiger pounces on
1.
you.
Oh God.
It's going to pounce and then try to attack you with its claw. It has advantage because you're prone. It's going to get a 23. You are clawed for 12 damage, but then since you're prone, it gets to make a free bite attack against you, which it also succeeds at for another 12.
Wow.
Yes, you're down.
Total of 43 damage.
I tried.
I'm still up.
What? Dear God.
The Bone Lord points
Whoops.
at Penny.
Oh.
And green,
Hi.
white, and purple energy coalesces around its left finger and turns into a terrible point that shoots in a singular beam and slams right into Penny's heart, which stops. Make a DC 18 fortitude, third edition, Constitution save. I've been running 5th edition for 3 years,
18.
13 times a week, and I still say fortitude saves every once in a while.
I do it too.
How'd you do?
18.
Great. You would have taken 65 necrotic damage. Instead, you take 32,
Hey.
and your heart only ceases beating for a moment instead of literally stopping in your chest.
Fantastic.
That's the undead. All right,
Gross.
Euclid.
All right. How close is he to the meteorite?
The Skull Lord is standing basically on top of it.
Oh, fucking great. I'm gonna use telekinesis on the meteorite, raise it 30 feet in the air, and then drop it on top of him.
I hate you. All right, great. Sure. We're gonna let that meteorite act as a targeted fireball. Cast at 5th level because you're doing it. So it's 10d6 bludgeoning damage if he fails his dex save.
Okay.
What is your save?
It would be against my spell save, yeah?
Yes.
19.
You lift the rock and it falls. He is going to get a 15, which means the rock crashes into him, shattering his bones, but leaving his outline still there. Give me 10d6. It's going to take full damage.
All right. Let's see how it goes. That's 50 damage.
50.
5
It
0.
went from 69, nice, down to 19. Its bones are almost all shattered. Only the heads remain. The rest of its body is that scintillating energy that seems utterly unconcerned with the damage you otherwise dealt to it.
How's the rock?
The rock is whole, complete, and perfect.
What? Oh.
Yuck.
All right.
Magic shit.
So that brings us. Yeah, and indeed. Well, remember, this meteorite fell from the sky, passed through the atmosphere, slammed into the ground. I wouldn't imagine that fire or bludgeoning are going to do very much.
But I thought about like spending multiple rounds raising it up, and I was like, it already did that. It's fine.
And it was fine.
He did that.
Not jerk, but just I thought about it and I'm like, no, it doesn't do anything to it. All right, so that brings us to Walker and Summer on the ground being mauled by undead animals.
Yeah, perfect position to kill that thing, except I'm not. So let's see. First I gotta... If I knock it out, the control of these that it has over these animals will go away. So
Essentially,
it is.
hit points.
I was like, it's a potential, but I can. What's the range of my?
You got inspiration, Walker.
Oh, thank you.
I know you often don't see the chat.
I don't. Let's see. Let me see the range of my. I can't ever think of it's 60 feet. I guess I did run away from him, huh?
But you would only be about 60 feet away.
Oh, that's okay.
You need to
Wait.
still be within 30 feet, so you can.
Well then, Wig. I'm going to attack him. It's disadvantage, yes, because I'm prone.
Yes, but you can stand as half your movement. It's still disadvantage because you're engaged with enemies, but you still want to stand because otherwise
Oh.
they all have advantage against you.
Well, great. Yeah, I am going to stand.
So Walker pulls himself to his feet, aims his claw at the Skull Lord, or rather at the 3 hovering skulls.
Please hit the mark. Hit the mark. Okay, so one of those was a nat 20, but you can just look at it. It's just there, but it's going to be 23 to hit.
23.
Mhm.
I'm not going to make you roll your damage because it's doubled just to save time. You
Big.
shatter through the bones, leaving the shimmering energy in its humanoid form still there. and it laughs in that same terrible forehead pressure language. And you may have destroyed its physical body. There's nothing left for you to destroy. While that asteroid exists, or meteorite exists because it came to ground, while that meteorite exists, so does it.
Well,
I think we have a solution for that.
I hope we do. Because that's my turn. Unless I am a bonus action disengage with these.
There is a clear line of light connecting the shimmering, radiant form of what remains of the Skull Lord to the asteroid.
Oh, like an astral projection almost?
Yeah, or like almost like a projector. Like the rock is shining this undead abomination out into the world.
Well, that's my turn.
Great. Finn.
Yeah, I back away so I'm more than 30 feet away from the thing. I make sure no one else is within 30 feet of this meteorite.
No one is within 30 feet of the meteorite.
Okay, great. I cast Fireball, but I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to transmute that damage into cold damage.
Great. Like the cold of space?
Yes. Well, I was thinking I would make it hyper brittle. Fine. We said acid. We thought acid would work. I'll do acid. That's what we talked about. Acid.
Great. Roll your damage.
Okay.
You forget that these rocks.
I was thinking we could make it like
Those are a
super
lot.
brittle, and then Euclid could like drop it from the ceiling.
I can't help
Rocks
but
are
think that it was near the sun, so radiant damage won't do shit. That's my thought process.
I rolled nothing but 1s and 2s. I rolled a single 3. That is
Nothing but 1s and 2s.
14 acid damage.
It's actually 7, and the rock has 93 hit points remaining.
Okay.
Can I just with
Yeah.
It seems remarkably resistant to harm, nearly impossible to destroy.
I'm gonna cast
Carter, Finn,
Magic
make an insight check.
force damage. We'll do something. Oh, that's actually kind of high. Am I proficient? Chill. I am proficient. I always forget.
What?
20.
20?
Yeah.
The only moment that showed any distress as you flung your acid ball were the moments that the splashing liquid passed through the light, causing the creature to shimmer. The light is the solution. The light is causing this. Penny is correct. Radiant damage is a bad idea. It's resistant or immune to everything else you've thought of or tried so far, but radiant damage would be even worse. It would make the light brighter.
So necrotic.
You recall for a moment something else. You know that Walker was prophesied to bring darkness to the kingdom that he ruled. But yet also you know that Walker is meant to protect his kingdom.
Oh. Hey, Walker.
yes,
You're like a shadow boy. Right?
somewhat.
Like that's your whole deal. We were talking about like you're the kitty cat for the future, and it's a little shadier.
Yes, I am the knight.
Yeah. We love that. It's very useful. What if that's like a really good thing?
Me being the knight.
Yeah. And you got rid of the light. Because you're the knight.
I mean, yes, but how am I gonna? It's worth a try.
I don't know. You touched a stone, you made it black, maybe touch a stone.
That's a stone.
What about
I hope get these off.
Are we still dealing with those?
What? Yes, right.
Oh,
We're still in combat, right?
I missed cat stretch. Yeah, we're still in combat by a lot. I'm just.
Oh, well, okay. My turn's over. Definitely.
Your turn's over. Penny.
Oh God. Okay, I should start. I should. And nobody's suggesting collapsing the cave in any sort of way.
Yeah.
So it's a canyon, so I guess you can't really do that.
I mean, you could.
I could.
I think. I don't know if we get separated, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. Pennies, I'm just gonna go in right now. And wait, with all these creatures actually having that issue, aren't most of my things gonna be rolling with disadvantage due to radiant damage?
What do you mean?
Like,
The regular undead are not affected by this. It
okay,
is this
cool.
projection.
I really wanted to double check.
No. It's this
Before I
projection.
go.
It's this projection. The
Really?
regular undead act according to their normal stat blocks. They're immune to poison. They're resistant to cold,
Mhm.
right? But it is this creature made of deadly light.
All right. Let's blast y'all to smithereens a little bit then. Let's get a 4th level moonbeam going. Right at him.
A beam of pure moonlight scintillates from the sky and bathes the tiger or rather the lion and the mammoth. What sort of checks am I making? Wisdom?
Con 16.
Con 16. Mammoth rolls a 7 despite having a plus 5. Saber-tooth tiger rolls a 6 despite having a plus 2.
Nice. We have 33 damage for the first one, and
Oh, just roll one set of damage and we'll use it for both. 33 damage.
yeah.
The mammoth is at 93. And the tiger is at the lion is at 19.
Alrighty, the Bone Naga is gonna finish off the lion, and we're
Great.
gonna go with. God, their spells suck.
Isn't it lightning bolt?
No.
It
Unless
is the protector of my people, no? And it doesn't have lightning bolt? We've got to get
They're the
back.
protector of, like,
Naga. You're right.
the
No,
wildlife of your people.
unless you're
do
referring to
something.
the spirit one.
no, because you used calm emotions.
You meant
how did
Guardian,
that-
right?
Oh no, but it's immune to poison damage. Yeah, this is not ideal.
Yeah.
Let's switch it over. Rather than
spirit?
switch it over, it uses the Guardian Naga stat block, but has lightning bolt.
Alrighty. Thank you. Because I was like, John, I've been using the Guardian stat block because it went good. Alrighty, let's go for it.
Great. Dex saves for those two things. The tiger passes, the mammoth fails. As a bolt of lightning shoots from the mouth of the Naga, scintillating and charring their bones.
I have to manually. I don't have a freaking. Let me do it 1 second. It's because I have it open in a totally different app.
Take your time. All is well.
Okay, it's 96.
Damn.
Okay, it is 35. Sorry about that.
35. You're fine.
I need to use the
So
Google
that
Dice roller.
is 17, meaning the lion is at 2. And the mammoth is at 58. The rhino is wandering over and has found a nice, comfortable place
Oh,
in
no.
the bones to chill out. It's thumped onto the ground and is acting very much like a rhino. Right?
Sure.
So that brings us to the undead themselves.
Oh no, we've gone places.
We've lost a human. Click.
Humanoid.
He's back.
Great. We are the undead actions and Euclid's actions away from the break, so if we need to figure something out, we're very close to being able to figure it out.
Well.
All right. So first, the giant mammoth Did you move, Walker? You did not, right?
I just disengaged.
You disengaged and moved, so you're no longer adjacent to them. But not far enough that they. So we'll say you didn't move far enough for them to charge, because you don't want them to charge.
Great.
You want them to be not on top of you.
Yeah,
But not too
because
far
I spent half my movement
Right.
getting up.
So the mammoth is going to stomp over to you and try to gore you.
Tell
He's
him
going
to
to try to
stop.
stomp and he's going to try to crush you.
Does he not know who I am?
still have, like,
It's going to get a
30,
22 to hit, which would be 29 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, we're gonna uncanny dodge that. We're gonna uncanny dodge that.
14.
Thank you.
The lion is going to leap and claw at you. It's also going to hit with a 20. Nope, with a 16. Does that hit?
No, it does not.
Great. You nimbly leap out of the way of the slashing claw, right into the path of the stomping mammoth.
Oh God.
Is this Ellie Jobble when we get Basement Fort?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yay! Love you, Catherine. I love that I remembered your character name slightly before I remembered your real name.
Just DM thing.
That is the life of a dungeon master. I still have children that I know by their character names and not their.
I've done that on the phone with children's parents, so
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. So Greethan, you mean Liam? Yes, Liam. That's a true story. Great. So then the Skull Lord is going to gesture, and terrible poisonous mist tinged with light is going to flow out, covering both Walker and Penny. This is Cloud Kill. So I need you both to make Constitution saves, DC 18.
This is gross.
Terrible poisonous
Who
cloud
has
envelops you.
inspiration?
Me.
I do.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
I'm gonna use it all.
What's the what kind of saves we're using?
Constitution
Constitution.
There's no we're not
What's the
allowed to
DC?
just-
18.
Okay, so I'm gonna use that. Wait a minute.
So if I got multiple inspirations, can I use them cumulatively?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to check. I got 11.
This is an ability check, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well then,
Saving
finally.
I lied. That's a saving throw on ability
The
check.
saving
Oh,
throw.
God damn it.
I lied.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna use my inspiration. I need. Okay, that was worse. It was 17.
All right. 17, so you failed.
I failed.
27 damage, poison
Oh.
damage to those that fail, and you will continue taking poison damage every turn that you end in the cloud.
I'm out.
Really wish I had that level
Actually,
5 spell
maybe
slot
hold on to
right
this. I think
now.
I just did cloud kill wrong out of enthusiasm. Let me double check.
I do that with that spell. It gives you that
When you
energy.
start your turn there, this is going to happen.
Oh.
Ah.
Well.
Even
Okay. Yeah.
So, I did get enthusiastic. All right, those are the undead, bringing us to Euclid. Euclid.
I cast darkness on the stone.
Great. Summoning forth pure darkness, you feel the worm squirming inside you, furious and angry. The darkness flows out, and where it covers the rock, the illusionary image disappears. Now, it's not gone. It's in the meteorite, trapped because it cannot project through the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
The meteorite still needs to be destroyed because as soon as your darkness spell goes away, this thing reprojects, starts summoning more bones and rebuilding itself.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So something still needs to be done about it, but right now all you have to deal with are the lion and the mammoth. And once you deal with that, you can figure out what to do about the rock. But we will figure all that out in about 10 minutes after our break. We will see you all in 10 minutes. I'm Kermit the Frog. Apparently. Hello and welcome back to Dice Drinks and Drama. We are mid horrendous combat where Walker is being torn apart by undead animals. We are at the top of the round with Walker himself covered in undead animals. What you got?
Covered in undead animals and in a poison fog.
And in a terrible cloud of poison. This is when the cloud kill still goes off. It's still concentrating because it's not dead. So it's
wait, can I
trapped.
get a concentration saving throw on that one?
It can get a concentration saving throw. I like that.
At least.
At least.
DC 10, it's got +3, it gets a 20. Don't hate.
All right, fine.
So you take that 27 damage now, Walker. Are you out?
I'm out.
The poisonous cloud knocks Walker unconscious, and even worse, he's trapped in that cloud and will get 2 automatic death saves every round that he starts there while unconscious.
Sounds lovely.
Finn!
Yeah. Okay, great. Lovely. Is it poison damage?
It is indeed.
Okay, that's good. I am going to first cast I'm going to bonus action cast Fireball way above the mammoth, so it just hits him. Does that make
Cool.
sense?
Yeah.
I am also, because this is a meta magic that I'm using, is the lion within 30 feet.
Yes. In fact, I will be super nice and let you catch both of them in a fireball that doesn't get anybody else.
Ah, you're so kind. Okay, great. Cool. Then they need dex saves, and whichever one is closer, or which one, if I can hit either with the charisma save, whichever one
That's
has more
the
health.
mammoth. The mammoth still got a 10 of health.
Okay. I'll hit the mammoth.
So the mammoth is 58, the lion is 2. So the lion bursts into flames.
Yeah.
And it's both jar and it crackles and falls all over Walker, who's now covered in charred lion bones.
Oh,
Okay.
almost.
The mammoth is probably going to fail its save with a 14.
Which were you rolling?
Dex.
Dex? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a fail. So that's 20.
And then its con save is 17.
17 makes it, so it doesn't take the psychic, but it does take a flat 30. No, because my affinity. So 35 fire damage.
It is a 23 remaining health as we go to Penny.
Well, I was gonna run
Oh.
in, grab Walker.
Yes. An attack of opportunity as the mammoth tries to stomp on you.
As I enter, it's
Oh, I thought you were trying to grab Walker and leave.
well. First, I need to make the con save against the poison, right?
Starting your turn.
Oh,
I think
Ah.
maybe entering for the first time. You're right.
okay.
Enters for the first time, yes.
Okay,
27 damage, DC 18 con save. Cloud kill, man.
Cloud kill.
One of those spells I never get right.
Con. Dang.
Dang.
Wait, I'm proficient.
It's also against
You are.
poison damage.
Yes.
You have
Well,
you have
so I
advantage,
rolled-
does?
An 11 and a 7, but I believe 11 plus 6, 17?
Is just barely a fail.
Oh, you said
But
18.
you would take 27 poison damage, but as the halfling that you are, you take 13
Okay.
because you're resistant.
Yes.
Right? So you swoop in, you grab Walker's body, you see that he's coughing and choking. You're trying to pull him out. The mammoth is slamming its giant feet down, trying to crush you.
Okay.
I bet a 14 misses.
A 14 definitely misses.
Great. You manage to go between, you're dodging between the feet, holding Walker above your head. And you manage to get away from the mammoth and outside of the poisonous cloud.
Wow. Okay. That's my
Shaking
turn.
in your tiny little body.
Penny,
Yeah.
penny, penny.
Eddie continues concentration.
Great. Moonbeam.
Yep.
Mammoth fails. Burned by the light.
Burn, Beanie, burn. Sorry, I need to roll the damage. We got no. I don't like it.
What'd you get?
Can't really re-roll this sort of thing. I got 16.
16. Mammoth's at 7.
I just wasn't. I'm not.
It is going to honk and charge at
Oh.
Finn.
It's going to roll a poison saving throw, isn't it?
It is undead and immune to poison.
Oh, fuck that shit.
The great skeletal mammoth charges, honking through its decayed trunk. Finn, I bet a 23 hits.
Okay. Wait, if I shield, that still hits. So yes, I'm not going
Great.
to shield.
So it runs over and slams into you with its tusks.
Yeah.
You take 25 damage and need to make a
Ow.
DC 18 strength save.
Woo! Okay. 25 damage is bad. That's a 4. Who did we lose? Oh, by Zeke.
So you're
Don't worry.
knocked over, and then it's going to stomp on you.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Does 19 hit?
Not with shield.
So as its huge foot comes to crush you, you throw your hands up and create a dragon scale that barely holds the foot up off before you're able to slide out of the way, and it smashes into the ground where you were seconds before. That was 29 damage that shield prevented.
All right. Gimple.
Great. All right, that brings us to Euclid.
Great. I'm just gonna ping him twice with Eldritch Blast, if you don't mind. So I can do that. Pew pew. Here's one. Oh, that's the wrong button. Excuse me. Here's one. That's a 20 to hit, and here's the other one. It's 21 to hit. I'm assuming both hit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Armor class 13.
Cool. 14, and what's the other one? Sorry. Should have left clicked and had it roll twice. Hold on. Go away. Sorry. And 6. So 20 damage.
20?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What
so,
it was, because I don't describe my... Because I do
Please,
different
please, please, I was about
Eldritch
to
Blasts
ask
every
you
time. This time specifically was tiny little bells that roll underneath its feet, and it gets caught up in between them, and it tumbles and falls.
shattering. Now, there's still tons of undead animals about, but they're basically acting in strange simulacra of their living lives. You now see that the hyenas are chewing. You see a series of hyenas chewing on a great rhinoceros carcass, but as they eat the meat, it just falls out of their open undead throats, right? There are the animals are acting and they're still animated, but they're not under the direct control of this creature as it is being held in this bubble of darkness. What are you going to do now? There's no more immediate threats, but Night Shield is still theoretically about 45 minutes out.
Walker's still dead.
Well, unconscious.
Well, we got to deal with that meteorite,
I want
right?
to heal you, but I feel like it's easier to heal you when everything's gone.
Yeah. That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Is someone gonna raise me?
Oh, I could do that. Sorry, I just have to keep to it. I know how annoying the pause is, but I just
conscious
gotta.
body, like somebody, anybody.
Hello.
I'm dead over here.
Let's see how it goes. let's get those cures. Let's get those cures in there.
Oh, I don't
Good.
have the chat up. I'm a jerk. There's probably.
Oh, Penny, you have advantage.
Yes, I do. Alrighty.
You're banking him up.
It doesn't do anything for me right now. It's gonna be 20 though.
Lovely.
Get rid
All
of
right.
that
How
little-
long does darkness last, Zeke?
Oh, I should check that.
I can look it up. I got it. I'm actually very close to it because I'm on the seas for Cloud Kill.
You got it.
10
I'll be right there.
10 minutes or an hour, I think.
Thank you, Finn,
That's
for
not
getting me
short.
out of there.
I'm
It is
gonna.
10 minutes. It's
Ooh.
10 minutes. You have
Great.
10 minutes to plan a plot.
10 minutes to plan a plot. Let's I'm gonna get closer and inspect this meteorite and see if there are any weaknesses. You
So
know.
it's pure magical darkness, and dark vision does not help you here.
Oh well.
Right?
whatever.
So it is fully dark.
You could just
So do
fling.
you want to like touch it?
Yeah.
How do you want to?
No, oh, you sure about that? I'm just
You're like
black.
anti-worm. Do it
Yeah. I'm gonna touch it.
Okay.
with your claws
It
out, though.
is warm,
Ooh.
uncomfortably warm. Not hot, but and just it's like a body that passed away 4 minutes ago. Not quite warm enough and strangely cooling, but alive. And you can feel the malevolent presence in it. Where you touch it, though, you can feel that you are coating it with something that prevents this creature from coming out.
Oh. Well, then I'm just gonna. It's just kind of rub up on it.
So you rub up on the meteorite, you
Mhm.
touch it, you cover every inch of it, and when the darkness spell fades away after a few minutes, it is a inert black stone. Now the energy is still radiating off of it. The undead are still undead. And should anything happen, the stone is not destroyed, and it is still spontaneously animating undead near it, right? And while you may be the undead herbivores aren't going to be too big a deal, the lions and the snakes and the other various things are still going to be a problem for the local populace, right? Now, question for the audience. Should they leave this thing inert and try, and you guys should discuss this once I put up this question, and try to get some other help or something before destroying it? Should they study it? Or should they try to destroy it now? Because it was harmed. It had 100 hit points, and the acid brought it to 93.
Mhm.
It is pockmarked with little acid splashes,
Mhm.
right? You could theoretically destroy it, but who knows what consequences that might have. But then again, what consequences might there be leaving this thing unattended, or worse yet, bringing it into a center of civilization? So, leave it inert or destroy it. Discuss.
With Night Shield coming back, I feel as though he might be able to take this thing out somehow. If my power was able to stop it, maybe his can destroy it.
Oh.
Wasn't there a prophecy about you and your brother?
You mean that tablet that was smashed?
Yeah. I didn't smash it.
You mean that person that had information that you killed?
That I did. I asked. I asked. I said that. I said.
I don't remember much about that tablet, but something about it is. I feel as if I have to work with my brother on this.
What's
Maybe
the
we
point in
should-
getting along if he can't help you with shit.
That's my you understand. I'm like, I have to talk to him. He can't even. I don't know.
think
kill a
we
rock.
should just destroy it right now.
I like the whole principle of I feel like he can deal with it. Like we did it to him before. Well,
I feel like-
I heard about it.
Something is telling me if this thing is destroyed in the wrong way, it's going to just be more of a problem.
Yeah, and also, do you want to have to raise your nephew? Oh, well, you wouldn't because he has a mom. Never mind.
Oh, I've got to meet this woman too.
Yeah, it's
I-
like I kind of want to meet her.
Yeah, whoever has to marry or deal with Night Shield. Ugh, I couldn't imagine personally. personally.
I'm pro. Go away. But also nervous about it.
Right, but we leave this rock sitting here though, right? It's gonna fester like a wound. We can like just pick at it for a while. Just destroy it. Just go punch into the dark. Like you don't have darkness anymore. You just like punch at it. It's a stone. You know that I heard this story, right? Of like a bird that like flies around, and like every day it goes and like picks at this like mountain, and then it flies away over the course of 1,000 years, takes down the whole thing, right? Like that.
One bird lived for 1,000 years?
Yeah, it's a really cool bird, dude. Like
You've
maybe
been
it's just more
acting
than one.
very strange lately.
That sounds like a Penny story, honestly.
I don't do stories like that.
No,
Are you drunk?
It's got a bird in it.
I'm just a little more delirious than I used to be, man.
So,
Hmm,
are
so
you saying
maybe-
we should put a bird on it?
Yeah, I think we should put a bird on it, and that bird will peck on it and run away and like build its nest out of the like little rock bits, and then come back and pin on it, and then its children will do the same thing over and over again for generations, and slowly whittle the fucker
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, maybe we wait for my brother.
I
The
think
world ends by then.
I mean, we gave birds our home for generations, then, right?
Didn't the
It's done
birds
good,
give
right?
us a home for generations?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah.
Like
Does
dinosaurs?
anybody have
No, it's gonna
any
be tied-
acid
oh, ooh.
damage?
Sorry?
Can do any of y'all produce an acidic
I used to,
secretion?
All right,
I gave it
get out
away.
of here, which is, I believe, leave the stone alone.
Yes.
So you argue and you wait, and the Night Shield arrives
Like-
with a full contingent of Majima Kali warriors. They are all mounted on lions with a few advanced Vanguard cheetahs, cheetah mounts, right? None of the rest of them are paladins. They're all mounted warriors for the most part. That they leap off, and they have long glaives, double-ended glaives. So they're staves with crescent moon, with a crescent moon on one end and a sun on the other, sharpened, right? So a sickle and a mace, if that makes sense, right? And Night Shield leaps off with his shield and sword and says, "You're all right. What? Did you discover the cause of this? Did you destroy it? What happened here?"
Unfortunately, we could not destroy the cause of it, but we did trap it in this nice black coating.
Did you
It's-
make this?
Yeah, I just touched it. It seemed to work, but as you can see,
Steps forward and looks at it. And as he looks at it, make an insight check, Walker.
that's a nat one.
The rest of you can make insight checks with disadvantage.
Got a 2 and an 18. So
Insight. Sorry. My insight was on my music. Had the wrong one up. Insight. You got a nice.
I got a 16.
I got a 5.
Penny? He is mystically transfixed by it. And he says, "It's perfect." And his hand begins to move towards it. Penny, nobody else has noticed it yet. You're the only one that could do something to stop it.
I'm gonna use my mage hand to slap him.
He stops, shocked, and says, "Yes, I don't know what came over me."
It's a shiny. The shiny gets everyone at some point. I had a
Do you
friend.
feel it? It's like there's a voice within it.
What does it sound like?
It is in immense pain.
Pain? Is it like this?
It's
Or
not
is
a
it-
voice, it's a presence. But I think I could communicate with it.
No, don't do that. I can talk to
Just
you too.
because you could.
He nods. No. I'm not saying I will.
Mm,
All right. So you've done this. You've trapped it in this. At this point, what should we do with it?
That's the problem. I don't know. We can't bring this anywhere. Look at how it's propping up all these abominations.
Well, we can't leave it here.
Oh, you were just talking about that. You could take a bird and sit it on it and like kind of peck at it,
I
right?
was
They've
kidding.
been- They like birds.
You guys have
Well-
like
I don't have any birds under my command, but I do have a number of soldiers. We could turn this into a military encampment, surround it and watch it and be prepared. Or we could bring it to one of the vaults beneath Maji Makali and guard it there. Should we guard it in the will? But it clearly needs to be guarded by soldiers.
well, begging
Unless
your-
you think it's best to just leave it here.
I think you should put it in a really, really dark place.
oh yeah, that's definitely too. But other thing, so your vault, it wouldn't happen to also be a crypt, right? You don't have like a giant crypt filled with like statues and people underneath the area that'll be reincarnated and destroy your city, right?
I was not planning on bringing it to the catacombs. No.
Cool. Just making sure.
Catacombs didn't mean it,
Oh,
but I
fuck.
love it.
Nice.
I could throw this at you. I would.
I didn't mean it, I promise. He says, "No, we have vaults for treasure and important things. I would bring it to an empty one, as you say, full of darkness. I would probably cover it in sheets as well and post guards outside the door at all times, 24 hours."
Cool. You aren't allowed in though.
I'm a king. I'm allowed to do anything.
Yeah, you make.
You're king regent. Mom's alive. Thank you.
Do you really have to specify that every time? Are you that insecure?
That
Oh,
he's
shit.
king regent. Yes, I have to specify that every single time.
Like, why does he do it? Oh, not you. I thought the region thing was on point.
Oh,
It was just the other bit.
Yeah, I know.
Every time I'm
Whistles
the
a little bit. He says, "No,
king.
no, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I will not approach it under any
Alright.
circumstances." Audience, another vote. I know, I'm sorry,
Vote.
but the first half of the thing was all combat, so now it's all
Now it's all
thoughts.
votes.
I love how Carter's frozen, but Carter looks like Carter's about to cry.
Looks like he's about to
That's
throw
why-
up as well. He's about to do something, and it's very bad
Locked
for
in a
him
vault?
and everyone involved.
Locked in a vault, guarded in the graveyard. Those are the things I've heard or thought about. I don't know if there's another
Guarded
option.
in a graveyard? This graveyard. Okay.
This graveyard.
Mm.
Like, move it or don't move it. I guess attempt to move it to a third location and guard it there outside the city.
No, if we're gonna guard it, we're gonna guard
Locked
it
in a
in the
vault,
city.
guarded in a graveyard.
I think those are the two real options.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not gonna put on a
I-
joke when I kiss it.
you're
He's
gonna
not
vote for
allowed
that,
to
and then
kill
one of
Sid.
you is gonna have to kiss it.
I
I don't
mean,
want to kiss any bugs.
you know who it's gonna be.
Oh,
It's the
no.
Blarney still. No.
I don't think we should move it into the city proper though, because if anything pops out of there.
Yeah, it's all gonna be kiss it. Please, also if you're voting for
Pops
kiss it,
out here, it
vote
Well,
has
for
to
is
something else as
there
well.
walk
just
there.
like no vat of acid anywhere in this entire kingdom?
I don't know. Do you have it? Do we still have that old vat of acid?
Oh, the
Night Shield?
heirloom vat of acid, the one
Uh-huh.
that we kept around for generations. The vat of acid. That vat of acid.
The vat of acid, yes.
Cusco's acid. The acid for Cusco.
Yes.
No, the- yeah,
Cusco's acid.
Oh, Cheyenne. If only you were
Right.
here.
Hold on.
If only is he.
Got it.
Cusco's So, yeah.
acid. The acid for Cusco. Heirloom acid. The acid we've had around forever.
yeah, that acid.
Acid design specifically designed to give Cusco. So
He didn't say any of that. I just thought it was too funny.
Yeah.
He says, I don't have a vat of acid on hand, sitting in a vault, waiting to be used.
That's
We-
oddly specific.
We could try to melt it in a vat of acid.
But I think I'll just. I mean, if we just chip it,
Could you like put a strainer in it?
If the outside
What if something's inside?
melts, that's what I was gonna say. If the outside melts, then the inside's exposed, right? And then its power goes whoosh and it leaches out, right?
I think these are good concerns. You made fun of the birds. The birds was me being funny, but now I'm being serious. Like if you have like a net or something, or like if you have something that is like acid resistant that could hold it. I know it's really heavy though, and like it would go into there, and then
All
you'd like pull it out.
right. I see your point.
So, it is decided to lock it in the vault. An hour is waited while he sends messengers to the city to come back. They come with a huge iron chest. And they open up the iron chest, and it's lead lined on the inside.
Ooh, perfect.
They, how do you want to put this in?
Can you can't you hold that again? Can you use telekinesis again?
What?
You picked it up the first time.
Oh no, I've got like sleep or something. I'm kind of like worn out.
It was 45 minutes. A short rest would have given you all your spells
Oh, I
back.
did a short
It's
rest.
only a few more minutes later. We'll short rest you all. For the purposes of this, you're at full hit points and get anything you get back on a short rest.
Okay, I'll take it.
I've got it.
Right? Rather than roll all the hit dice and all that, right?
Yeah, sure.
So you're able to telekinesis it into the box. They close it, and it is there's a combination lock on the outside and 2 padlocks with different keys. And
Do you mind if I set?
and Night Shield turns to you, and he's holding the 2 keys, and he says, "Only I know combination." However, he hands Penny a key. This key is for you.
Okay.
He has the other key, and he hands it to Walker. And he says, "This key is for you. For this box to be opened, all 3 of us must want it."
Okay.
Dramatic, and I love it. I put it in a pouch somewhere.
Oh, I just
I
pulled
like it. Yeah.
That was good. It was a good. I mean,
All right.
very
So,
dramatic.
what is our next move then?
We should
Please.
return to the town. You should rest. You're all in clearly terrible shape.
Well, you could have come a little sooner, but whatever.
I literally could not have.
Hmm.
You could have waited for me.
We literally could not have. Anyway, so let's go.
You travel back across the Great Plains. There's a huge amount of displaced animals that were hanging in this region that are like figuring out their lives. Druids from Majima Kali are here dressed in long flowing robes, soothing the animals, finding places for them and taking care of them. You see that the city is active about this threat. And as you pass through the streets, everybody is talking about the asteroid, the meteorite that fell, and the foreign saviors led by the traitor prince who prevented it from becoming worse. And everybody's sort of like, well, I thought Walker was supposed to be a bad guy. And they all hush as they see Walker, but the rest of you hear this stuff, and I imagine relay. You return to the palace, where waiting for you is Nightshield's wife, waiting on the steps, arms crossed. The Queen Regent. I guess she's not a regent, but is there a name for that? The wife of the King Regent? Is that a Queen Regent? Walker, have you determined her name? I thought we discussed this and you came up with a name.
She's like a duchess of something.
Yeah, what is she? Regardless, her name is Sunbeam.
It is just
Sunbeam.
Queen Regent.
Is it Queen Regent?
Hmm.
Queen Regent. So her name is Sunbeam. She is dressed in gold and glass, as many of the highborn noble tabaxi of the city are. But insight checks from everybody, actually, because Walker's never met her either.
Insight.
Love that.
I got a 17.
I'm supposed to be perceptive, but like I am just not.
27.
21.
Eight.
Damn.
All right, everybody but Walker sees a couple things. The first thing is this woman is very refined and very put together and is hiding vast reserves of personality. Right? Like she's formal and she is composed as a queen ought to be, but behind that is a goddamn force of nature. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Second, no way she was born to this position. No matter how much training, she doesn't stand quite tall enough. Her shoulders aren't back in quite the right way. This is a commoner.
Hmm.
Right?
Okay.
And
By the way-
she says, "So, you're not all dead," which was my worry. Husband, she nods to him. "Glad to see you're well. And
You
not
can stomach
murdering any
him?
family members."
So you tried to talk him out of it, eh?
Tried is the operative word, but yes, I've always thought that you were better as as an uncle and a brother-in-law than you were as a enemy. And the stories I heard about you from Tecnatowaddle and elsewhere seemed to imply that you were not the menace that my husband insinuated and continually said that you were.
I go and I give a very deep bow and I take her hand and I say, "Thank you for being a wonderful sense of judgment for my brother."
Don't get too comfortable. I don't let anybody get away with any sort of bullshit. Yesterday, you released a proclamation in Tecnatowaddle while you were holding my son hostage.
We were babysitting.
No, that's not the important part. The important part is that Walker was in two places at once.
And what is it to you?
Oops.
I don't deal with not knowing things. My husband is the face and the brawn, but I am all the brains.
If you would like to know, then we would have to have how does one say this? A family discussion.
A dinner. The six of us. Maybe seven. Spear of the Dawn seems to have taken a liking to your charming companion. Finn, are you kempt? Are you unkempt? You just came back from this fight. Like, what are you?
We didn't
You're
shower
meeting
yet, have
the
we?
mother of the
Yeah.
child you kidnapped yesterday. The
Yeah.
child also loves you, so she is in this like. You are being so ferociously judged. You know what they say about lionesses and their cubs, right?
Sure.
So you
Yeah.
are being fucking judged. So F bomb. How many do we get?
I look bad, I imagine. You know, it's a dirty shirt Finn's been wearing for a while. And I smell like dead animals.
This is a
Where we just came
terrible
from.
first
Who
impression.
doesn't?
I'm going to give you the opportunity to make a second one. But before that,
What?
you know what? You're going to make it then. I'm going to give this to you.
You can't
I want
make
to
a
know.
second. Sorry.
I want to know what you have to say for yourself about kidnapping my son yesterday. You can hold on to that. We can wait until dinner.
No,
I need that answer.
Oh, do you want it now?
No,
Oh, okay.
not while you're like this.
What do you mean?
You need a second. Am I wrong?
What? No, I'm fine. Do I have to look different to Okay, sure. Yeah, whatever.
He
Yeah.
raises an eyebrow. You're clear. I mean, also you're exhausted and destroyed by necrotic damage and poison and right, like
Yeah. Wait,
Like,
is this
Smell good when talking to
before or after the short rest?
This is after the short rest, but you're still
Okay.
not in good shape, right? Like,
Yeah,
Close like that.
that's true.
We have to go talk
So-
to Fate, who's a character that exists, who can mend our
he's on the
clothes should we want
boat. We're
to.
gonna come back to Fate. I
Just
know you mentioned, but he's on the boat. Who is here is Portia Whitwinay. Who has become the ambassador, and as you walk past to get ready for this royal dinner, you see that she's surrounded by young and old tabaxi alike in all manner of shades of fur, and she is saying, "Well, you would not believe there was an Eboliethe in the city, and this Eboliethe was controlling the means of many of those who are following this dwarven politician. It was your prince who was able to reveille the mysterious and overwhelming mysteries that had covered the land and reveille the Abolieth."
It's like a tome poem.
I am very much enjoying this. Continue.
And she's continuing to tell the story, and you are all getting ready for royal dinner. All manner of clothes are available for you. You may
Oh, I get to look
go
good.
in whatever, but you could also go in full-on regalia. Majima College tends to be gold and glass, right? Colored glass sometimes, but also sometimes like transparent glass over biceps and stuff. Does that make sense?
Walker is in the most stunning, cinched black glass corset with flowing, draping gold fabric everywhere. It's giving you back action, it's giving you side, it's giving you body, and I'm giving you face.
That's so good. But John, fuck, is that your idea? Because I mean, honestly, glass clothing I've not seen, and it sounds fucking awesome.
I'm so excited to describe things.
Go, do it.
Okay.
I'm imagining it as glass plates. Some of them very small, but some of them like it could be a full form molded body pane. Right.
It is the boning of the corset, which is made of the black glass. And I also have black glass accessories. It's very cute.
Penny, you're dying. Tell us.
I know, I'm excited. So in the same way that you do chainmail, there's actually more crystalline, like glass, like links that are all made into a just kind of asymmetrical dress. And on top of that, she has just a heavy black plate that kind of rests and has a long turtleneck that is cuffed with just a little bit of like metal masquerading as lace. And it also accents the shoulder parts and details. And underneath all of it, she is wearing what appears to be almost a transparent bodysuit that is white to offset a lot of the colors.
So as you're looking in the mirror and wearing this, you feel a presence. And shimmering in the mirror begins to melt, and you look at yourself, and your reflection says, "I like how you look." It is in the Raven Queen's voice.
Hi.
This could be something more permanent. Now you look like my avatar. I could enchant this and make this into something you could wear at all times.
If it suits you.
It's not about suiting me. Who am I kidding? Of course it is. But it's
Yeah,
also
yeah.
about suiting you. You seem
Uh-huh.
so happy.
Why did we even play that? Like, you could have just been like, it suits me because it suits you. You could have been sweet.
I am never sweet.
Oh, I know. You killed all my friends.
They killed themselves with my help.
Uh-huh. Okay. Syntax. Yeah, sure.
Great. She is do you want this to protect you from all threats or from the undead?
If I choose all, does the undead not count?
You're being offered necrotic resistance or +2 to an on and having this count as an armor type of your choice.
Necrotic is better because she already has a 20.
Great. So, you feel the raven energy flow into it. It can change now. It can glow. There can be reflections of ravens inside the glass if you want. It should be clearly magical.
Awesome.
I'm almost thinking of Morrigan's dress in the Winter Palace. Like, not the actual dress. I was trying to do a Dragon Age reference because I know they make you happy.
I know, but it's not all just Dragon Age.
No. But I mean how it's clearly supernatural.
I know
like
what you
it's
mean.
beyond the natural, right?
Yes.
Like, great. All right. Meanwhile, in a different room, what's Finn? What's going on with Finn?
Oh, I was just about to ask if any of that conversation was heard by any of us.
No.
Okay.
You're all in separate rooms getting dressed.
All right. I think Finn's wearing pretty much the same thing, but he's got like suspenders, and then they come together. It's like a Y shape. So they come together in one line in the back, and they have large diamond-shaped plates of red glass that are stacked on top of each other that extend out in a trail as if it's like the spine and then tail of a dragon.
Awesome. Great. And then Euclid.
Yeah, so Euclid has a bunch of different glass. Like he has a series of glass. Like he actually has a beer series the whole time. But he has it's glass baubles of different colors that sort of hang in strange contraption sort of things. And let's say it's almost like a full plate mail thing, but it's iridescent glass, and a sort of smoky underlay underneath it. They're like sort of pearlescent glass. Cool.
Love it. I got distracted. I was listening, but I was reading Damn Fine Cup of Streaming's comment about fate, and maybe it's true. In the chat, because he has been left alone for 5 months. All right. So you're brought to this dinner. There are 7 of you at the table. In the royalty seats are Sunbeam, Night Shield, and adjacent to them in is Spear of the Dawn, who clearly wants to run over to Finn and hug him, but is instead like, "Oh, hello." Right, like just sort of like, I am not running over to running over and hugging him improprietously because my mother has given me a huge lecture about acting according to my station.
Of course.
She and Nightshield says, "Please sit. A feast is on its way, and we can discuss everything that's happened."
All right.
My little brother is giving everybody disadvantage, just so
Yep.
we're clear.
I thought
I'm
He has
watching it
stopped
happen.
by to give everyone disadvantage, and I love you, Patrick. You're a monster.
Yeah.
so. Night Shield. We must discuss something. This obviously is happening everywhere. You've seen the way that I can sort of trap these things in this black shroud, but I can't do anything else alone. In order to stop whatever is coming, I'm going to need the help of so many people. I'm going to need so many allies. I need to know that you care not just of Majid, but also the rest of the world. Majid does not stand alone.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage. This is your disadvantage.
Thanks, Patrick. That's a persuasion. 14.
Night
Wait,
Shield.
is this a skill check?
It is.
All right, then I'm going to use my psi bolstered neck and use a little telepathy to make him, change his mind, which is going to add 6. So that is 14, 15, 16,
20.
17, 20. Ha ha ha.
He says,
My spin die.
well, you know my responsibility is to this nation. And Sunbeam looks at him and says, seriously? Our responsibility is to the world with whatever gifts we have. Of course, Walker, we will help in whatever way is required to stop this from happening everywhere. And then she gives him another, death glare.
You are my favorite person I've ever met. Where did you fight? Do you have a brother?
A brother?
Sister?
No. Do you not know our story? Has nobody told you our story, Nightshield?
To be fair, he was busy trying to kill me that one time, so.
Okay. So, I was once part of a very concerned group of citizens that did not like the way that Golden Baobab was running this country.
Okay.
And so I stormed up to the gates and I demanded an audience. And Golden Baobab...
With father?
Sorry?
You demanded an audience with father?
Yes. Now, obviously, he did not accept this
Yeah.
and instead foisted it off onto his son, who had just come of age. He was 17 at the time, I think. And how old are you, Walker, by the way? I need to get this timeline right.
Well, then I'm probably like 24 by now. We've
Great,
been
which
traveling
makes
for a while.
Sunspear about 7, which makes a perfect sense. Great. And I told it to him straight. I told him that we weren't getting enough food. I told him that the restrictions were too much. I told him that several other laws were not working for the common people and that they basically had the choice of changing them peacefully or causing massive upset. And I was very clear it wasn't a threat. I was very straightforward. And he liked that. And so we worked together to cause what changes your father would allow, which were not as prodigious as they could have been.
Sounds like father.
But your brother grew to respect me, among other things. And it was decided that rather than marry a foreign leader, he could marry whom he chose.
And I'm gonna just kind of direct this to Nightshield and go, I think she's a commoner.
I can hear you. And no, I'm not. I'm a queen.
You know, father wouldn't like that.
Council.
Nightshield nods. And you can sort of see that as in control as he is of everything else, he's browbeaten is such the wrong word, but she is the dominant partner when the two of them are together. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And he
That
says,
sounds like
it's
him.
true. I fought for it. It was not an easy fight. There was another princess involved from the Sylvan realm.
Yes.
But I have always thought about what was best for this country, and I thought somebody that cared that much and was that articulate and eloquent, and that was willing to fight not for herself but for the good of the country was exactly what I needed in a queen.
Sunbeam, you are such a wonderful match for my brother, and you are a beautiful leader as well. You could learn a lot from that Night Shield, which is why I'm asking for your help. We are soon to set sail for the island of Polynisos. Do you know of it? We had a few.
I've heard about this. A message was sent to me by one Sage Regilius.
Oh,
They're
good.
asking for every leader from every nation to come.
Mhm.
I don't know this Sage Regilius. I don't know of this. I barely know of this town of Crossroads that he apparently is from. Do you think I should go?
Well, you're very lucky. This boy right here is actually Then are you still with
Sage, different Sage.
Different sage.
Different sage.
different sage? Different sage. You're right.
Halidax.
Halidax. The sage religion. Who's Virgilius?
Make a history check and maybe you'll know. You've not met him before, but that
I
doesn't
was
mean he
like-
doesn't exist.
5. Walker doesn't care.
Walker has no idea who Sage Regilius is. Apparently he lives in a town called Crossroads. Do
Yeah.
other people want to know so we can tell the audience?
I still have that disadvantage to burn, so sure.
Great. I will let everybody burn their disadvantage in this check, but I'll let Finn.
Well, I got a nat 1, which is actually kind of good, but then I got a 4.
So maybe
So-
Sage Regilius is another name for Halinex. So maybe you did.
I'm a halfling. I re-rolled the 1. I got.
Oh, you're the one. Never mind. I'm sorry.
4 was the 1. 4 was the
That
final.
was what you got. Great.
Yes.
So you have no idea. Great. Sunbeam says you got a message from the youngest person to ever achieve the rank of High Sage, requesting you for a matter of world-ending importance. And you didn't tell me. And you were thinking about not going. Night Shield says,
Didn't tell her, and you were thinking about not going? Oh,
well, I wanted to talk to Walker. He seemed to know. I don't care. I don't like being blindsided by this. Like
he
this. You
hates
should
being
have told me.
blindsided by this. You should have told her. You know this.
Night Shield gets very interested in his food,
It is good.
and it is, it's a beef stew in a bread bowl.
Stop.
Honey,
Stop.
Fun.
I like
Oh.
Michi Macaulay. And so that's all happening, right? And Spear of the Dawn is getting very fidgety and antsy. You have been seated next to him while this important adult conversation is happening. Finn, do you want to pay attention to the important goings on? Or are you
No.
like
Nah, I
Spear-
don't care. Yeah, I'm here. Look, they put me at the kids' table because their
No,
size.
you're all at one table. You're
No,
just
I get it. It's fine. It's okay. Obviously, they want me to hang out with their child. I'm the babysitter. That's okay.
He says, "Hello again." I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just like messages and memos and calls to arm and a bunch of big stuff. It's boring.
You don't get it either.
I get a bit of it. That comes with age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying stuff's going to come with age. They're going to be big and strong. Apparently the size I am and everything. I'm going to be like a great leonine warrior. I'm going to be even bigger than my dad. Apparently, is what they're saying. But right now, I'm small.
Well, what do you want to do? Right now.
I don't know.
Right now.
Right now?
Yeah, what do you want to do? What do you like to do?
What do I want to do? There's something I want to do, but it makes me
What?
kind of nervous.
I mean, you don't have to tell me if you
No,
don't
no,
want
no.
to.
I've got so I stay in the castle a lot, so I don't meet a lot of other people. I have playmates, but they're like hired, right?
Yeah.
I don't really get to meet a lot of people, and so I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, you can ask me a question. I promise that I will answer responsibly, which may mean that I won't tell you.
Okay.
But I will tell you, I'm not going to tell you the answer to that. You should ask someone else.
Well, everybody else I've ever met was required to meet me, but you weren't.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you my friend?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Do you want to be friends? Okay. I want to be your friend.
I've had playmates, and I've had advisors, and I've had tutors,
Oh,
but I've never had
Yeah.
never had a friend.
I got you.
So you're my friend?
Yeah.
Great.
Cool.
Great. Cool. He looks at his mom and he tugs and he says, my friend and I would like to finish this course and then go to the royal playpen. He says, looking at you as a question.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to.
Is that okay? And she says, finish your stew. We'll send the dessert over.
Awesome.
Great. But you still have a few more moments. So Finn, if you have any questions for Night Shield or for Sunbeam,
Nah.
care, now is the time.
Nah. Thanks for your hospitality and not
So-
killing Walker. Let me hang out with Spears is cool. I like him.
He's going to be a wonderful king.
Yeah, he's smart as a whip. You got a good kid on your hands. All right.
The first time she's not completely composed, she's tickled pink.
Oh, cool. I'm off to babysit, but
And you are escorted by like 7 guards.
sure, yeah, of course. obviously. I did kidnap
surround
him.
you on all sides.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
definitely like, this guy grabbed this child and ran away with him yesterday, and now we're just watching him walk with him, and we're gonna do this. He embarrassed all of us, but we're gonna do our jobs. Is the attitude of all the guards.
Yeah.
I assume that you make it to the playpen with that incident.
Yeah.
Great. We'll come back to you. I want you to consider not just like what sort of games you might play, but what effect you might like to have.
I have ideas.
I know you do.
Okay.
I would like you to be
I'll-
ready with them when we
yes.
return to you.
Yes. We'll do.
Mhm.
All right. So the other 3 of you are sitting, and Sunbeam says, so how do you all know Walker? How did you get involved with Walker?
I met him on an island. My god told me to be like, I think it was, yeah, I met him in a pub on an island that the god told me he would be at. Yeah.
Odds do talk about me every once in a while. It's a thing.
I see.
Like, I think it was just the once though. He hasn't really said much about you since then.
I've got to have a talk with him then.
Yeah, you should.
You know this god personally, Walker?
Huh? Oh, absolutely. So, funny story. One of my friends is a god. That's the whole story.
Oh, she says, I feel like there's more to that story and we'll get to it later. Nightshield says, so why do your god told you to and just you have to hang around with him? You're like an indentured servant?
I mean, like, I didn't really have anywhere else to go, so it was more of a suggestion than anything. He's a nice guy. You know, he's fun. He gets around. He's a good leader, right? Look at you leading it, things. Yeah,
Yeah.
you say
He
meow.
says, that is a family trait.
Oh, you two are so cute.
Penny, you also seem like a strange friend for my brother-in-law.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a funny story. So I was doing community service in the Underdark because I thought it would be a really good way of okay. I stole something in the Underdark, then I got in trouble, so then I was stuck doing indentured service to the Duragar, and then he was like, you want to break out as long as I can. Wait, that wasn't how it went. He was like, I'm looking for this one guy, and it turned out whoever the person was that wasn't me, which is Gwen, was in that space. And then she has a really hot dad. They have a really hot dad. So the only reason I was broken out was because of their hot dad.
And he was smoking fine, let me
Yeah,
tell you.
it was a really hot dad.
Like, I'm not into that kind of thing.
Like spicy dad.
Spicy dad.
It's just objectively true.
She
Like, if
she
you saw
looks
him-
at Nightshield for a second and
wait.
says, oh, I know all about hot dads. Don't you worry about it.
I'll
It's
Hey,
disgusting.
fuckers, you don't have to get so spicy at the table. God.
Nightshield blushes beneath his fur.
How much water do we have in this space? Anybody have any more? Can I get a refill? Fuck. It's such a
Nightshield says,
thirsty table.
"No."
I think actually the queen needs a refill right now.
So
Oh, I
Nightshield
see how they
says,
have a kid.
I let's focus on business.
Yes, let's focus now.
I
Thank you, McClunky, for the hydrate. That was the perfect time.
would you prefer I travel with you, or would you prefer to go as my representative, Walker?
Representative.
Would you like to represent the government of Majima Kali at this convocation?
And I would love to be able to serve my kingdom in whichever way I can, but you have to understand, I have my own responsibilities. I will be representing Tekatawatu.
Sunbeam says, will you now?
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is a family dinner, so here's the thing. I was a little different. You've heard of the curse that surrounds this family, yes?
Only every day, yes.
Okay, so I was voted in, but I was kind of afraid of what would happen. I didn't want to see this town that I've grown to love come to ruin because I selfishly thought that I could do something about all the harm that was being done around there. So I left it to a friend, a very well-trusted friend, who acts as the president in my place. We are in tight communication, and any major decisions go through me.
Well, that's a setup, says Sunbeam. And Nightshield says, so you tricked them. They voted for you and you tricked them.
I tricked you too, remember? You almost killed him, actually. You weren't even going to kill the right cat.
I stopped you on that one. That was me. I stopped you. Sorry.
I still have a hard time with the way you operate, Walker.
Well, here's the thing. You were going to run a sword through my chest, so bygones, bygones.
I just don't like the duplicity, he says. And Sunbeam pats him on the shoulder and says, it'll be fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, it's Representative Tekatwaddle.
Yes, so you will be coming with us as King Regent.
And Sunbeam says, or I could.
I want that one to come with us.
Or you could.
But here's the question. One of us will be with you, and the other one will be here protecting that thing you found.
Mm-hmm.
Who stays, who goes? I think this is a last vote for the audience. If we're bringing along Sunbeam or if we're bringing along Nightshield. And I know you guys like Sunbeam, but consider who you want here if something happens.
Consider who was being talked to by the fucking stone.
True.
So how are you, Nightshield, with the boy?
I'm not good with kids. I love him.
I have one.
I've thrown stuff and he's picked it up and then brought it into a corner and left it there.
As we do.
As we do. I've it's I like him. He's going to be a good king.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a few
I'll
questions.
be better with him when he's older, and he's got more of a personality and I can talk to him man to man.
That's so funny. Sunshield, you don't answer this. Nightshield, or Sunbeam, you don't answer this. Nightshield, what's his favorite color?
Gold and glass.
Glass is not a color, but I let you have it. His favorite food, yes? You know this, yes?
Sunbeam also is like, all right. He says, beef stew. Sunbeam.
Beef stew, yes. The hot, this meal for all children, I bet. Okay, so screaming about the beef stew. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, if we leave you here, you get to hang out with your child, yes?
Oh my god. Someone wants that spicy
will
mom.
make a point of doing so if that's what you think is what's necessary to save this country.
Goodness, I hate fathers. Oh goodness. You know what? I have half a mind to come
These
across the
votes are going
stable and just
crazy. Is everybody
attack.
just spending all of their points?
Yeah, dude, we're like, there's not 40, what is this? 50 viewers? And
49. All right, bidding war.
jeez.
Sunbeam says, so it's decided. I'll come along with you, and Nightshield will spend some edifying time with his one and only child. In addition to protecting the country.
Mm-hmm. In Nightshield, I have a favor to ask of you. You know that boat you rode on?
Yes.
The royal one?
Yes.
It's doing anything right now?
No.
Could I have the boat?
Wait, we have a boat.
We have the garbage pail. This is a royal boat.
Oh, it's so big though.
The
It's
ogres will like it.
I don't think there's enough space for the ogres.
So the boat he was on probably fits about 5 people. It
Yeah.
moves magically.
What? I thought it was a big boat.
No.
I thought I remembered it.
No, you're
I'm
probably
it didn't
right.
even have.
Psalm's boat. I'm thinking of Psalm's magical boat.
No. This one didn't. Sam's boat was literally just a literal
Rowboat.
rowboat that was
Right.
glamour.
It had glamour. I was thinking of the glamoured boat.
No, his was totally powered by magical ores. We went to the bottom, and there was
Right.
no one in it.
I think I'm remembering the sun sails from
Oh,
yes. Oh wow.
Sure,
Wrong
sure.
world.
No.
Well.
Sure. It was big enough, and he says, I will miss the ardent pride, but it will get you there faster than what you currently have.
Take good care of it. We probably won't. Also, you don't touch the stone, okay?
I have no plans on doing so.
Regardless of your plans of doing so, do not touch this stone.
I won't touch the stone. And she says, don't touch the stone. I said, I'm not going to touch the stone. My honor as a lion king, I shall not do so.
Lion King.
All right.
Meanwhile, Finn,
yeah.
what's going on in the playpen?
Well, I
We'll
think
play
we're playing around. I'm, using dancing lights as sort of laser pointers. 3. It's a classic trick, but it works. And I think
You're the
that's-
best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nobody else does this.
What do you mean nobody else does this? Nobody else knows magic around you?
Well, no, but like they're not gonna like cast it and have fun with it. By the way, every time you cast a spell, the guards are all like ready to do something, right? They're like waiting for fire to burst out of your hands, and it like they're ready.
All right.
You're definitely the child doesn't notice it, but every adult in the vicinity is like ready to murder you at the lowest, smallest reason,
Mm-hmm. Fun.
right?
Yeah.
And he says, "What next? What next? We've done the dancing lights thing."
Well, do you like magic?
I love magic, but I'm not going to study magic. I've got to be big, and I'm going to be big and strong. I'm going to be a warrior.
Well, what if you have magic and you don't have to study it?
Oh, but I don't. I'm
You sure?
I'm big for my age.
You
My
ever
dad's
try?
a big warrior. My granddad's a big warrior.
I saw your dad summon a lion out of thin air.
Well, sure. I mean, he's a magical warrior. He worships he
So-
worships Almantar, the sun god.
Okay.
But that's not like
You just like spend some time and look up at the sun and just, see if you feel anything?
well. I do like the sun. Can I show you something?
Yeah, sure.
Can you make it so the guards don't see somehow?
All right, give me 1 second. I mean, they're all tabaxi, the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to just distract them with dancing lights?
Performance check with advantage.
Okay, great. Woo! All right, well, I rolled a 1 and an 8. Rerolled the 1 because I'm a halfling. Turned into a 3. So that is still just a 13.
It's enough for the guards to be distracted for a second.
Okay.
As he does this, he holds his hands together. And then when he peels them apart, there's a ball of sunlight between them. And then he goes and he hits one of the dangling, swinging things.
Can
And
I
then he
roll
says-
Arcana to see if
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
notice
yeah.
the origin of the magic?
Yeah.
That this is a 12 minus 1, 11.
Sure. Make a history check or a religion check.
I keep getting that once.
Hold on. Give me a second.
History or religion, 11 minus 1, 10.
10?
Not the best thinker.
No. I'm trying to figure out how to give you like 3/4 of what I was going to give you. If that makes sense.
Sure.
You have heard of the Abbey of the Illuminated Being, which is an abbey on top of a mountain here, where Radiant Sun Soul monks train.
Okay.
They are worshippers of the sun,
Yeah.
and they are able to control sunlight. You're pretty clear that this young boy would be being trained to be a paladin, but he could be a sorcerer or a Radiant Sun Soul monk, and one of those would likely be more suited to who he actually is as opposed to the wishes of his family. And you can direct him.
Hey, Spears. Are you excited to be king?
What does that matter?
I think it's a simple question.
I mean, it's like asking if I'm excited to be a Tabaxi. I mean, I like it, but it's not like I have a choice. I'm gonna be king. I have to.
Well, okay, yeah, that was not the smartest question. Let me rephrase and get a little bit more specific. What about being a king are you excited for?
Well, sure. Well, I really like that I'm going to be able to help people.
Mm.
I really like that everybody's going to listen to me, because nobody listens to me right now. But everybody's going to have to listen to me when I'm king. I'm going to have lots of friends. There's always people that want to talk to my dad. I'm really excited about everybody wanting to talk to me.
Hmm.
And yeah.
All right. I'm the only person you know that hasn't been hired to talk to you, right?
Mhm.
So are you sure that being a warrior is the best thing to protect your people if you haven't even really met your people yet? Because
Well, I mean,
I'm not a citizen, obviously. Look at me.
yeah, I never thought about it. I mean, it's just what I'm gonna be. Like, are you saying I don't have to be?
I'm asking if you want to be.
His eyes grow really wide, and you see that you just shattered something.
Hmm.
Right. He's
Good.
like, I don't know what I want.
Yep.
I never thought about it.
Mm-hmm. Spooky, isn't it?
Do I even get to choose?
Well, I know there are some things that life chose for us, like whether or not we can shoot fire from our hands. You might have been born with something. You see what I'm saying?
Are you saying I should tell my mom? I like having
Your
a
mom
secret.
seems like a great person.
Everybody knows everything about me, and this is the only thing everybody doesn't know. You're the only person that
Okay,
knows.
so it's a secret. I see. Well, first off, thank you for trusting me. I appreciate that.
I like you.
Thank you. But you're not going to be able to keep this secret forever. And if you're following in the same footsteps as your dad, and you don't want to end up where your dad ended up, then maybe you should turn off the road a little bit sooner.
Make a persuasion check, Finn.
Someone gave me advantage earlier, right?
I'm gonna give you disadvantage.
No, I gave you advantage. It's fine.
Okay, great.
I can't get above. I got like a. Got an 11. It's a persuasion, which I am. Okay, that's a math 20.
So,
Jesus.
I have a +9.
So disappointed. You're
Persuasion.
so disappointed.
I rolled an 11.
says, that sounds really interesting. I think I know what I want to do. I'm going, and at that moment, a chef walks in and says, jellied melon and banana. And indeed, there is a glorious tray of jellied melon and banana cocktail fruit, all sorts of fabulous fruit from the area. The moment is broken. You munch on fruit, but you know that you've changed his life forever. And that is
Love
the
that little
end of
dude.
tonight's session.
Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor, whatever you want to call me. First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the whole DD&D team. It means a lot to us that you're watching our content on YouTube. It's super cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Second off, I do want to say, if you enjoyed this episode and you found yourself being like, oh man, that was cool, but I sure wish I could have been a part of that conversation and helped decide where the party should go, you can watch us for free on Twitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are simultaneously on the twitch.tv/Dice Drinks and Drama channel and the twitch.tv/D&D channel. Wizards of the Coast is hosting us. It's awesome. So those links are down below, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff that everyone on the team is making. Vic's got a module. Devrin's got a podcast. I may have something eventually, and I'll put it down here, along with our Patreon. It's super cool. There's a couple tiers, lots of exclusive content, and yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.